sellers. Not really, but we are with Sarah, who really is
Super ultra number nerdy.
Nerdy. I accept.
Okay, so the first question we want to say is Becky and I have been talking about what's going on in the market. We're feeling the shift. So we met here with Sarah to talk about what the numbers are really showing. So let's talk sellers.
So the market is shifting. Absolutely. We are not in the same market that we were in March. It is very different. It is still very much so a seller's market, but it is not, it doesn't feel like, it doesn't look like what we saw in March. And so as that has changed, a lot of people have to get used to what does that look like. And a big thing when it comes to sellers is our buyers are doing their homework. So overpricing a listing is really dangerous. It makes properties sit a lot longer. And when we say a lot longer, we're talking,
What do you mean by that?
a week or two. People are like, oh, what's wrong with it? And it's, well, that's just because we're going into more of a normal cycle, more normal timelines. So there's nothing wrong with a house that's been sitting for 2 weeks. But pricing really matters. And one of the strategies that has been around for a long time, and it definitely works, but sometimes can feel a little counterintuitive for sellers. And that is when you come into price and you want to list, property and you want to move it, especially if you want to move it quickly, you price it around 99% market value. And when you go just slightly under, a lot more buyers will be like, hey, that's within reach. I want to, throw my hat in the ring. So that is the best way to really incite multiple offers. And then pushing on these averages kind of was 99%, market value. On average, even before the crazy market that we're in, sellers on average would sell for about 101% market value. If you listed at 101% market value, sellers on average sell at 98% market value. So they're actually coming down. So one of the best strategies really is coming in just slightly under market, and that is a tough sell, I understand.
Yes.
But it is something that is actually has proven for years and years and years a very powerful strategy.
Okay. And the other thing I think we were talking about was the market is more flooded with the 500 to 600,000. You were saying.
So where we start looking at our inventory remains very low, but it's super low in certain price points. I mean, in our greater Phoenix market, anything under 350. We will make the joke that it doesn't exist, but it doesn't exist for a reason, because if it happens, it's gone in 12 seconds because there just isn't anything. And so the bread and butter kind of dollar amount really has increased significantly. And so we're seeing a lot of things where it used to be, say, 250 to 400, and now we're seeing a ton of stuff at 450 to 6. So that's the biggest area where they had the most increase in inventory. So when, sellers have a lot of competition there, the properties are either going to sit a little longer, or the sellers are going to have to maybe give a little bit more to the buyers and negotiate, based on what they fix and stuff like that.
But still, in that luxury market, we're seeing
Tons of growth.
a ton of growth and still a lot of pent-up demand and a shortage of listings.
Absolutely. And now, the luxury market is a little different. It really heavily sells the first 6 months of the year. When you go to the second half of the year, a lot of luxury sellers will say, you know what, I'm going to actually remove it from market and I'll wait till January to relist. So a lot of that luxury inventory came off the market, say June and July, but the luxury buyers didn't slow down. So our inventory actually got even tighter in the luxury market, so then that pushes prices more.
Non-luxury sellers.
Yeah,
Let's go.
luxury sellers. This is a great time to sell. There's a lot of people looking in that, over $1 million market.
Okay.